Attention all fighters. Enemy mission is approaching. Get to cover now.
Scatter out in a chain. Be at the ready. Don't attack without my command. Blow it, cocksucker! I lost him. Wait, let me use this.
Ты покойник!
Получи, скотина!
The asshole dug in! Here, catch a grenade! Where are you little shit hiding?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let me welcome you back to another one of my long plays. I'm Protodead, and today I'm going to be doing another long play series of the game S.T.A.L.K.E.R Sky. Now, this is the second S.T.A.L.K.E.R game that came out 2008, maybe 2009. I didn't play this one very much. This is the one that had the faction wars and that whole mechanic in the game, which seems interesting. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's not a lot of... I don't talk in this one very much at all. Most of these long plays I'm absolutely silent in. So this one is just the raw gameplay. This is going to be... If you were playing the game, this is kind of what you'd expect, and this was my raw gameplay footage of this one. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky. Legendary game. If you like it, give me a like. If you disliked it, give me a dislike. Leave a comment down below. Reminisce about any cool S.T.A.L.K.E.R stories that you might have had from playing S.T.A.L.K.E.R from way back in the good old days. I'm Protodead. Don't forget to subscribe for future content and share my video if you can. It helps me out a whole lot. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you on the flip-flop.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Look, it's letting up. You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stock. How are you feeling? Do you remember what happened to you?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission. Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better. Oh, I didn't notice you coming. People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger. Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone: coexistence. How can I best explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork. That's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster. Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case. I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
Glad to see you. Got any new questions for me?
I see you. Just a minute. Hello, Merc. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures, because I'm just dying of curiosity. Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause. I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. They didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cold around here. In our base, as you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it, and the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray, and he can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that... And finally we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows
leave
what
the Merc
stalkers
alone
go
with
through
your
to
dirty
get their
jokes.
loot, and
I
he
need to see
respects
him.
that. Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later. Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on the situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long. We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro in that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost. We're
Your
under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of my... That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone? Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along. Trader, a fighter is on his way to you. Issue him with all the equipment he needs for the mission.
Roger that.
Hello there. At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol missions. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions. The boys need you now.
Stalker, what do you want?
Mark, Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts and anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact. Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now!
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Pollev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, The increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher. It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the wish granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher. I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process. I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster. You're right, but we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly. I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice. Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment, but it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Все равно не понимаю, как оно все в зоне устроено. Начальство умное, все разобраться пытается. А мое дело маленькое, сортовато по болотам бегать.
Your main guide is the objective section. Your main objective is displayed here, together with a selected additional objective. There can be several additional objectives which you can cycle through using these buttons. Most objectives are also displayed on the map, with the exception of rare occasions when your objectives cannot be located. We will need your help with not only destroying the enemy, but also capturing key positions. In these situations, our fighters will be grateful if you provide covering fire as they capture a position. By the way, don't ignore calls for help. Our boys' lives could be at stake. Hovering over a mark on the map will display additional information. In addition to your objectives, friendly units and identified enemies will also be displayed on the map. Okay, as I'm sure you understand, our main objective is to establish control over the swamps. And that means a war against the aggressor. This section allows you to access tactical information about combat operations at any time. Information about your current faction is displayed on the left. Right now, that's us, Clear Sky. Information about the main enemy is displayed on the right. This shows our approximate combat strength. This shows how many fighters we have. And this is our equipment supply. Similar indicators are also shown for our enemy. Finally, this field allows you to see the current strategic mission as well as tactical objectives that must be achieved in order to complete the strategic mission. Completed strategic missions will be displayed at the bottom. The last tab allows you to view your current relations with all factions, as well as each faction's combat strength. Your personal stats are also displayed here. That's pretty much it.
Welcome back. What's new, bro? Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a stranger.
You're with us again? Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? Prized exotic wonders? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, as long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me? That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere. Even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. I mean, think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world. And your fellow stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat, vodka, ammo, or equipment. Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, and all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, Your best bet is to try to buy it off them. Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages. Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Man, hiding behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing. Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I've told you too much as it is. Time is money. So if you want to trade, go ahead. If not, I'll see you around. Have a safe trip.
Идет новичок по зоне. Замечтался, а врага не заметил, и как покатится подошло. А внизу мясорубка. Не знал, как он начал. Ай, мама. И тут его кто-то... Стоп! Смотрит, это зомби его схватил и тянет теперь куда-то. Сталкер его и спрашивает. Зомби, это... Спасибо, что от мясорубки спас. А куда ты меня...
I'll be there. What's up? See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. If we do get a hold of something, it's about to fail anyway, and there ain't shit around to use for spare parts. That's why I'm having to adapt whatever I find and use it as best I can. Only last week I needed to make a radio receiver. What do you think I used for parts? That's right, a goddamn fridge. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry. Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet caches. After the accident at the Chernobyl NTP, they sent convoys there with contaminated vehicles and equipment and all sorts of other crap. They thought it was all waste because it was radioactive. That was then. Nowadays, nobody would even call that radiation. So there's a real gold rush going on there. Stalkers are flocking over there from all over the zone to dig for loot. It's a pity not much of it filters through down here, unless Lebedev sent the boys to pick up specific components. Nothing special. I repair and upgrade weapons and suits. Basically, I do whatever needs getting done. If you need something fixed, I'm your man. Yeah, if I could get a few spare parts, I would make the guys some real nice toys. Weapons, armor, equipment, I'd take them all to a whole new level. Remember, if you bump into something useful, bring it here, and I'll do it up real nice. That's a promise. Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time.
Часовому на ходу пачку баксов кинул. Едет, значит, по зоне Хеннесси из горлата ищет. Колонку какую-то попсу шпалит. В общем, как обычно, чувствует себя хозяином жизни. А тут вдруг, опа, хриплый голос в мозгу. Исследованиями там всякими занимался. То-то, сё. Такого скафандра крутого.
What you need, Stalker?
We're there, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
Merrick, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful. careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA.
We're getting
You should find the
slaughtered
location of our spot there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us! Quick! We're getting slaughtered here! Damn you! Where on earth are you? Quick! We're getting slaughtered here!
Keep your eyes peeled. Looks all
We
quiet to
can't
me.
hold on much longer. Hurry,
Ты
help
труп,
us!
мужик! Ты покойник! Прикрывай, я пошел!
Quick! We're getting slaughtered here!
Слушай, скотина! Ну как я его?
Smoke him out with
Как
this.
тебе, сволочь!
We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us!
Расколоть им!
Damn you! Where on earth are you? We can't hold on much longer! Hurry, help us! Damn you! Where on earth are you?
Looks all quiet to me.
Quick! We're getting slaughtered here! Damn you! Where on earth are you?
You awake over there? They're waiting up for you. We'll smoke him out with this.
Мочи его! Цепанул одного! Видали, как я его? Ну что, получил? Приложил его! Прикрой, мужик! Дай ему прикрыть, я обойду! На, хватай!
That's it. Chill, fellas.
Thanks, Mark. You really turned it around. Your reward will be waiting for you at the base.
Where are you little shits hiding? Sit tight where you are.
position in the swamps enough to give the renegades a real good kicking. Our next objective is their main base.
За руки на прикладе показывают.
What's up, Stalker?
Спору нет, начальству виднее. А все же хочется иногда узнать, ради чего мы все это.
What you need, Stalker?
So, what is it that you need?
Welcome back from the afterworld. What's new, bro? Bump in anytime you feel like chatting.
Нету? Опять икнули и опять спрашивают. Артефакты, бабло есть? Но тот не выдержал.
Hello there. Want to trade? Have a safe trip.
Start talking, buddy.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You... Oh, I didn't notice you coming.
I'll be there in a moment. What's up? See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. If we do get a hold of something, it's about to fail anyway, and there ain't shit around to use for spare parts. That's why I'm having to adapt whatever I find and use it as best I can. Only last week I needed to make a radio receiver. What do you think I used for parts? That's right, a goddamn fridge. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry. Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet caches. After the accident at the Chernobyl NPP, they sent convoys there with contaminated vehicles and equipment and all sorts of other crap. They thought it was all waste because it was radioactive. That was then. Nowadays, nobody would even call that radiation. So there's a real gold rush going on there. Stalkers are flocking over there from all over the zone to dig for loot. It's a pity not much of it filters through down here, unless Lebedev sent the boys to pick up specific components. Nothing special. I repair and upgrade weapons and suits. Basically, I do whatever needs getting done. If you need something fixed, I'm your man. Yeah, if I could get a few spare parts, I would make the guys some real nice toys. Weapons, armor, equipment, I'd take them all to a whole new level. Remember, if you bump into something useful, bring it here, and I'll do it up real nice. That's a promise. Well, good luck.
часа ночи возвращается домой. Ну, даже
Visitor? Want to trade? Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
отрубился. Потом в сознание пришел. Карту достал, вместо новой аномалии отмечает и бормочет. Вот это фартануло, так фартануло.
I repair faults in hard. What's up? Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time.
Анекдот. Ну ты выдал. А вот анекдот. В хлам пьяный сталкер в 3 часа ночи возвращается домой. Ну, а жена, значит, со сковородкой поджидает. Сталкер на карачках полз в квартиру, достал гайку, метнул в сторону туалета.
Stalker, what do you want?
Стараться, чтобы лучше все поставили. Вот и все.
What's up, Stalker?
What you need, Stalker?
So what is
Stalker,
it
what
that
do you want?
need?
Вот такое, знает кто? Летит, значит, Нива со сталкерами по зоне. Аномалии обходит на бешеной скорости, встречных монстров на бампер принимает, влетает на блокпост, проходит его, чуть не столкнувшись с БТРом, и уносится по дороге прочь от зоны. Пассажиры в полной прострации. А водила спокойно так, одной рукой вертит баранку, в другой держит бутылку пива и время от времени из горла отхлебывает. Тут один сталкер малость очухался. «Ну ты даешь, — говорит, — ты где так водить научился?» А водила смеется.
Come on, you. Keep up or become bloodsucker food.
When will it stop? Christ, can't I even enjoy one meal? Little shit's hiding! Stay down and wait! Where are you little shits hiding? I think we got them all. Sit tight where you are! Scatter out in a chain. Be at the ready. Don't attack without my command. Blow this! it, cocksucker! I lost him. Wait, let me use this.
Ты покойник!
Получи, скотина!
The asshole dug in! Here, catch a grenade! Where are you little shits hiding?
What's up, Stalker?
What do you want, anyway? So, what is it that you need?
Перелазит на потолок, потом по другой стене сползает к стойке. Заказывает бутылку водки. Бывает, достает
Hello there. Want to trade? Good luck to you. visitor? Want to trade? Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
Irie, what's up? You get anything else to fix? Come to me for help.
Кончай уже, Рита. Пытается отодрать решетку от стены. Пыхтит и спрашивает, как с уважением. Слышь, а чё ты артефакт такой, что сам не смог привезти?
Irie, what's up? Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time. What's up? You get anything else to fix? Come to me for help. I repair faults in hardware, not in its owner's arms.
Мне подучиться. Я тоже.
Look at what's new, bro.
Там всякими занимался. Такого скандала, помним.
Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a stranger.
Может, такую заработать.
I'm
Can I
glad to
help
see
you?
you, young man. If that is all, I better get back to my work.
Start talking, buddy.
А вот анекдот. В хлам пьяный сталкер в 3 часа ночи возвращается домой. Ну, а жена, значит, со сковородкой поджидает. Сталкер на карачках.
You have my full attention.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. And since you're here, why don't you go ahead and leave a like on the video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Sound off in the comments below about any other opinions that you might have. I appreciate you stopping by. Subscribe for future content. Share my video with a friend if you can. Helps me out a whole lot. This is Protodead saying I'll see you in the future.